One of the best unintended features of early access for Grounded was the fact that you could use roasting spits and store your food on there, and the food would never lose its freshness or it would never spoil. And apparently that's made its way back in the game somehow. Someone mentioned this to me on my stream the other day, and I tested it out and it does work. So I just want to show you that it actually does work. I'm going into a custom game mode, and what I'm going to do here is I've unlocked the building stuff just so I can make it unlock really quickly. But I want to go down here and show you the other things that I have checked off here. I made the time of day rate go by 5 times faster, so the food will start spoiling faster. And you can notice that food is going to spoil. So I just wanted to show you that before we jump in. We're going to jump in here. I'm going to start the new character. I'm going to basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump in, and I'm going to grab a couple of aphids or weevils, put them on the roasting spit, and show you how they actually do not degrade over time and they do not start spoiling, and how you can take advantage of this. All right, so we're going to hop out of the suitcase here, or the briefcase here, and we are going to run out. I'm going to grab the first couple of creatures I can see, and then I'm going to build a roasting spit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let the time of day go. Since the time of day is so fast, it'll get nighttime really quickly, so I'll sleep overnight, and you'll just see how quickly the food actually would degrade in the course of a normal day. And I'll grab a piece of food that's off the roasting spit and show that it's not degraded at all. So I can't remember who exactly mentioned this to me. I think there was more than one person actually said, yes, it does work. And I did go back through the patch notes to see if there was any mention of this, and I couldn't find any mention of this being added back into the game as to when it actually happened. So I don't know when it actually happened, but it's back in the game now. And like I said, this was a huge thing during early access because it was really cool to be able to just not have to worry about having to deal with basically running out of food. So what this will allow you to do is this will allow you to have as much food as you want on hand and not have to worry about like every day going out and farming little creatures and stuff like that for roast, especially early on. What I like to do is I like to set up different types of, I guess we'll do it up here on the baseball. I like to set up little outposts around the map in addition to like 1 or 2 like large bases. And what that lets me do is it'll let me set up, basically it'll have like a little outpost where I can just keep food, a crafting bench, storage, and stuff like that, and a bed to sleep in. So we're going to place this down. And what we're going to do here is you're going to notice that I have the 3 pieces of meat in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook 2 of them, keep 1 in my inventory just to show you that it is actually spoiling. So we'll go over here and hit cook. We'll put this one on here and this one on here. And the time of day is going to go by super fast. These are going to cook like almost instantly. Normally it takes a little bit of time, so you'll notice they instantly cooked. So what I'll do is I will grab the aphid. Actually, I'll grab the aphid roast off of there. Put that in my inventory. So we got the regular aphid here, which is not cooked, the one that is cooked, and then we're going to have this weevil roast sitting here, which is going to just sit on the spit until the time of day passes. And the day is passing quite quickly, but I'm not going to make you wait for that. I'll let the time of day skip past, and then I will sleep and then wake up in the morning and show you just how it actually does not degrade at all. And basically you can just take advantage of this until it gets fixed, or if it ever gets fixed, because we have no idea if they're actually going to be doing any more bug fixes going forward. All right, it is time to sleep. Before I go to sleep, I just wanted to show you the aphid, or the weevil roast is still sitting on the roasting spit. I have 1 aphid roast that I cooked. I have a raw aphid meat here. You'll notice the raw aphid meat is slightly more spoiled than the aphid roast because the aphid roast I put on the roasting spit. When you put it on there, it resets its spoilage rate. So what we're going to do is we're going to sleep through the night, and I'm just going to show you what happens when I wake up in the morning. If the game was working the way it was intended, or at least the way I expected it to be, one on the roasting spit would actually probably be almost spoiled by now, because the ones in my inventory should be pretty close to spoiling. And you'll notice these are basically, this one's more than half spoiled, and this one's like, I don't know, maybe like 60% spoiled. So I'm going to grab the one off of here that are weevil roast, and you'll notice it is still sitting at 100% freshness, 0 spoilage there. So if anybody knows when this was put back in the game and whether or not it was intended, let me know in the comments down below, because like I said, I went back, I went and searched, I read all the patch notes, or skimmed through the patch notes and searched for roasting spit to see if it was in any of the patch notes from the 1.3 update on, including all the minor updates in between. I couldn't find any mention of this being put back in the game intentionally. I know it was intentionally taken out of the game at some point. I can't remember if it was at 1.0 or just before 1.0, but I remember it was in the game in early access, and then it was out of the game definitely after 1.0, and now it's back in the game. And this is just a huge unintended feature, I believe, unless they put it back on purpose, that you can take advantage of. So if you found the video helpful, make sure to hit the like button, consider subscribing for more content just like this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.